In this video, I'm gonna make two movie reviews of two movies that I used to watch a lot back in 2003 and 2004. And those movies are Bad Boys 2 and S.W.A.T. But the first one I'm gonna talk about is Bad Boys 2. So Bad Boys 2, they waited 8 years after to make it after the first one. Both in this movie, both Mike and Marcus, they have secrets that they're keeping from each other, and they're just waiting for the right time to say it. So Mike's secret is that in this sequel, him and Sid is Marcus' little sister, played by Gabrielle Union. They have been dating for a while without telling Marcus. Marcus is transferring somewhere else, and he's waiting for the right time to tell Mike. So both of them in this movie, they ended up confessing to one another, and they had more of a dysfunctional relationship in this part 2 compared to part 1. But when Mike reveals to Marcus in front of Sid that they've been dating, they both confess to him that they've been dating for a while. Marcus did not take it well. And then a few scenes later, Marcus tells Mike that he's transferring. Mike's reaction, played by Will Smith, was great acting. It's like he was heartbroken or in shock and disbelief that Marcus just dropped this bomb on him. So, Marcus threw out his transferring papers, and he stuck with Mike. What else? Now, some of my favorite scenes of the movie, which were funny, was when Marcus got shot in the ass, and the the video store scene was hilarious as well. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then that scene is just straight up hilarious. When they accidentally record themselves, and basically Marcus was saying that did not sound right at all. Both of them did. Another scene, of course, when they go to the captain's home and Marcus is drugged up. That scene is also hilarious. There's so many great scenes in this movie. But obviously you have the over-the-top action scenes. But this movie was filled with action-packed and comedy at the same time. And this was one of those movies that made me fall in love with Miami, because Bad Boys was shot over there. So I also like the family barbecue scene, because you see that togetherness, the entire family eating together. There's just something about the family eating together that I've always been a fan of. So, and as I got older, I became more of a fan of that. So I like that. But overall, Bad Boys 2, oh yes, I can't forget that Bad Boys 2, Marcus, he's in a spiritual journey, so therefore he tries to be calm and rational, but at the same time he tends to snap. So he's try to work things out, but Will, who plays Mike, he's more of the trigger man. So but Marcus in this second movie, he tries to be a little bit more calm and rational. My review for this movie, from 1 through 5, I'm gonna go with a 3.8 out of 5. If it wasn't for those comedic timing and just that chemistry with Will and Martin, without them, this movie, and the captain as well, I liked him more in this second movie more than the first one. But adding Gabrielle Union in the movie was also a nice touch, because you could see that, and you could see that natural brother and sister relationship between Marcus and Sid. So even though Marcus tends to look at her way too much as the little sister, but Sid held up on her own for the most part. But yeah, Bad Boys 2. This is one of those movies I used to watch a lot, and now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, it's been 20 years later, which is crazy to think about. I might watch it sometime this week now that I made a review. Now we're gonna keep this thing going. S.W.A.T. S.W.A.T. is another movie that I used to watch a lot. Back in 2003, 2004, the same thing with Too Fast, Too Furious, which, by the way, I will be making a review of that sometime soon because it has been 20 years. Colin Farrell is my favorite character in the movie. I like the stoic, all business, tenacious SWAT guy that he is. He plays as Officer Jim Street, and he's a guy that he's no bullshit. He takes his job super seriously. I like the chemistry between him and Samuel Jackson, who plays Hondo. I like the storyline of the breakup between him and his former partner, which is Brian Gamble, played by Jeremy Renner. He's a terrific villain in this movie, so I like that. The movie obviously is over the top, with action-packed, but also has some funny moments. For example, Deacon, played by LL Cool J, his first scene in the movie with him and his partner, which is a Latin guy, they have an exchange. Mostly Deacon has an argument with a Mexican lady. She basically talks to him in Spanish the whole time, and he snaps by saying, "I don't speak Spanish," and you can see his partner in the background smiling. So then when they start chasing this African American guy, his partner, Deacon's partner, the Mexican lady throws a frying pan towards him. In real life, she would be jail, point blank. But because they were chasing this guy, you know, he just kept going. And Deacon's partner calls her vieja loca, something like that. And then when they finally catch the one who was running away from them, Samuel Jackson introduces him to LL Cool J, and LL Cool J basically said that, you know, I don't give a damn what your name is, I could have called him on my own. And then Octavia Spencer, who was unknown at the time, she said, "Don't you guys have nothing better than catching another black man?" But I'm paraphrasing. And LL Cool J, I agree with, he said that, "I'll see how you react once he breaks into your house, you know." And Octavia Spencer goes, and LL Cool J goes, my ass. So I like that. I like the way that scene ended. So, and then Michelle Rodriguez, you know, she's always known for playing a tough girl, tough woman. I like her in this movie as Chris Sanchez. It's just funny how Sergeant Hondo at first thought that Chris Sanchez was a man, but he found out that, you know, Chris Sanchez is indeed a woman. So I like her. I like all four of them in this movie. So TJ McCampbell, he's the biggest punk in the movie. He's the snake. He took the weak route and took his own life away. Brian Gamble, at least, he went out like a champ. I like the fight scene between him and Officer Jim Street. So at least he went out like a champ. You know, he didn't take his life away. The captain is a prick. He never believed in the team, so he didn't think that the team that Hondo put together, they were gonna succeed. And when they did, he congratulated them, but not in a very satisfying manner. So, but overall, from 1 through 5, I give this SWAT movie a 3.9 out of 5 stars. It's an enjoyable action movie. So that's another one that I probably would rewatch, and it's free on YouTube. So I highly recommend you guys should take advantage of that. And that does it for these movie reviews for SWAT and Bad Boys 2. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless you all.